Without a power of attorney, your family wouldn't be able to manage paying your bills or dealing with your bank accounts or dealing with the property, and life for them would be far more difficult without a power of attorney. I'm Laura and I studied law at Cardiff University, and I am now working as a qualified solicitor. Powers of attorney are documents that you put in place to name people to be able to deal with your affairs and make decisions for you if you lack the capacity to make those decisions yourself. There are two different types. There's one that covers property and financial decisions, and the other covers health and care decisions. They are both equally important, but work in slightly different ways. The power of attorney for property and finance allows you to choose people to be able to manage your bank accounts or deal with your property or pay bills if you aren't able to do that yourself. Even if you still have mental capacity, it could be that you lack physical capacity, and that would allow the attorneys to be able to help you, whether it's on a temporary basis or permanently, to be able to manage your affairs if you're incapable of doing so yourself. The power of attorney for health and care decisions will only be able to be used by your attorneys if you lack capacity to make your own decisions about health and care. And that would cover, for example, where you live, food you eat, medical treatment you receive, and decisions about life-sustaining treatment. I think it's quite common to find the thought of preparing a power of attorney quite difficult. In some ways, they are equally as important, if not more important than a will, because you are still here and you are still alive, but you are unable to make the decisions about your life yourself. So some people do tend to find the thought of that quite difficult. However, what I would say is, without a power of attorney, things become even more difficult to manage for your family if you were to lose capacity. A power of attorney allows you to choose people that you trust to be able to make decisions for you if you're not able to make them. And the best thing you can do is choose people that you trust implicitly to carry out your wishes, and communicate with them as to what you would want to happen if you did lack capacity to make your own decisions. When you prepare power of attorney, you complete your details on the form and complete the details of those people you want to name as your attorneys. Once everyone has signed the document, it then gets registered with the Office of the Public Guardian, and they keep a register of all powers of attorney that are prepared, and keep a register of all the attorneys named. Once the documents are registered, then they're able to be used. While you have capacity, you can change your power of attorney at any time. So if circumstances in the family change, or perhaps your children who were young when you prepared them are now grown up and you want to name them, it's quite easy to prepare new powers of attorney to replace the older ones. If you were thinking of leaving a gift in your will to a charitable organisation such as Cardiff University, there are tax benefits for doing so. Any gift that you leave to a charitable organisation is free of inheritance tax. And if you leave a certain amount which qualifies as 10% of the base rate of your estate, then that reduces the tax rate from 40% to 36%. So in reality, that means that your beneficiaries usually receive a bit more, the charitable organisation receives what you would like them to receive, and the government receives a bit less in inheritance tax.